As the debate of the proposed changes in Scottish football heats up, we travelled to Fir Park and asked ex-Rangers star and now Motherwell boss Stuart McCall for his thoughts and opinions on the much talked about proposal. Stuart spoke at length on everything from goal line technology to the Scottish national team, and was happy to share his views on the team's excellent start to the SPL.
This season Motherwell played their first game in the SPL on the 23rd of July. Last season the first game kicked off on August the 14th. Does the early start have a positive or negative bearing on your preparations for a campaign?
We only had 4 weeks, close season. Normally you would have a longer time. In my day it was 6 or 7 weeks. So on that part of it, it was shorter. I think the reason it was done was because, prior to that, Motherwell played in Europe early doors and got good crowds in the sort of summer weather, if you like. But it was only 2 weeks earlier.
The SPL hasn't experienced a winter break since 2002. Is this something you would like to see reinstated?
The only problem with that, it's a great idea. If somebody could say you were going to get a winter month with snow and hail in all January, great. I think what it tends to be, you'd set, 6 weeks up for it or 4 weeks up for it, and the weather would be okay, and you'd come back, say in February, and all of a sudden you'd have a month of really bad weather and won't play any games. So then you're all trying to cram the games into a small period of time.
Video technology is used in many sports and has proved to be successful. In an ideal world, would you like to see it tested in the SPL, or do you think it would be more trouble than it's worth?
Goal line technology is massive because it's just human error. Sometimes things can happen so quickly. It can be a shot from 35 yards. You can't expect the linesman to get up in a place. You can't expect the referee. And if it can be done quickly, we're not waiting 6 or 7 minutes. Or wait a minute, did it not? I like the thing in rugby where everyone's waiting to see if it's going to be a try or no try. I think that builds the excitement. But that's rugby. It's stop-start anyway. Football's not like that. Football's a flowing game. So, as I say, to repeat myself, goal line technology definitely. Everything else at the moment I would leave alone.
Talking about the national side of the game, there are critics when it comes to English nationalists representing Scotland when they have a Scottish heritage. What would you say to anyone who objects to this?
It's a disgrace, by the way. Absolute disgrace. No, I think for me, I was born in Leeds in Yorkshire. Managed to play, fortunately for Scotland, for 40 caps, and there's nobody prouder to represent Scotland. I remember we used to be singing national anthem, and most of the lads came from Glasgow and Aberdeen and Dundee didn't even know it. I knew every word backwards. So I think there comes a line where, I always have a go at my mum and dad, because my dad played football and went down south, and they were living at Leeds at the time, and so the only reason they never brought me back up because they had an old Mini and the roads weren't good in them days. But I always have a go at them, why couldn't they got me back to Scotland to be born? So, but I think if it relates to your dad and probably your grandparents, if they'd been born in a country, albeit Scotland for this case, I don't think there's anything wrong in being selected.
With McCall's side currently lying second in the table, things are looking up for the Steelmen. We wish them all the best for the campaign ahead.